From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on today's Cash Close. And the name of this video, traders, S&P lowest volume of the year. You hear that, traders? Lowest volume of the year. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 21.06 even midday. The low came in at 21.00 even mid-morning. And last, we're 21.04 even. We're down 2.5 handles. Total volume, I want to reiterate this, it's super, super low. If you take the 110,000 out of the total of 800,000 minis that traded, that leaves less than 700,000 minis traded all day. That, my friends, is the lowest volume of the year. I don't need the Merc to tell me that. Now, and a total of 3,000 big S&Ps traded in the pit. Now, again, I think today, what's going on here is two things. One, Mondays start out the week as the lowest volume day of the week. But then you've also got this kind of thing going up too high to buy and too firm to sell type trade going on. Now, tomorrow we've got the Redbook, we've got the Shiller Case, S&P Shiller Case, HPI. We have got the PMI Services Flash. We have consumer confidence. We have Janet Yellen speaking at the semi-annual monetary policy to the State Senate Banking Committee. It's a two-day thing. She talks today and she talks on Wednesday. And then we've got, the Richmond Manufacturing Index, and we've got a 2-year note auction. I'm sorry, I've got all this stuff going on in my head. Now look, I got to ask, where has the S&P volume disappeared to? I mean, really now. I don't think we've seen anything like this in quite a long time. And to tell you the truth, when something's up so high and volumes are so low, sometimes there's a tendency for that not to end very well. Now, so far, thin to win has been working, but, you got to kind of question yourself when that's going to reverse itself. Now, we've got a decent amount of Fed speak, as I said. Janet Yellen today and Wednesday, or today and tomorrow. Tomorrow and Wednesday. And then on Friday, we have William Dudley, we have Loretta Mester, and Stanley Fisher from the Fed speak. And so there's a decent amount of Fed speak this week. Now look, I hate to tell you this, but I think we could be entering an even slower, more quiet period for the stock market right now. The S&P is way up, and you know what? I could get the sense that some of this buying starting to back off a little bit. And I think that ideally that while we could get up to, 2120, 2118, something like that, I think somewhere in here that the next 30 to 40 handles is going to be to the downside. I don't want to say that right now, but I think we're getting close. And then the last thing I want to tell you is what I've been doing for the Pit Bulls webinar. I have been nonstop cranking. We've got all sorts of really, really cool stuff to show and talk about. And as I said, the Pit Bull is going to be unplugged. He's not going to bring any notes. He's got nothing pre-planned, but he's going to sit down. And he told me today that he will be taking questions. Now, we're going to try to have to figure that out a little bit, as I kind of have a feeling there could be a lot of questions that are going to be asked. Then after that, we're going to go into the Market Delta stuff. Then we're going to go into the Live Squawk London stuff. And then our own Marlin Cobb, and then I'm going to finish it off. I would plan it to be a little bit longer than your normal webinar. That said, we've got a lot of people signing up, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on the opening print.